It's minicamp season, and today we're looking at the Pittsburgh Steelers, getting another look at Kaleb Johnson. But before we dig in, you need to click that subscribe button right now. We're looking at practice, rookie camp, OTAs minicamp, training camp, everything in between when it comes to workouts. So you know what your rookies look like. Those camp battles, those guys are getting ready to draft in fantasy football. Click that button. You need to know what your players are doing behind the scenes. Some of you guys need to make decisions on these players. The information's going to be right here. You can look for your own eyes. 3 minutes, 20 seconds. Got a lot of camps here. Here we go. Here we go. Look at the arms. Long armed running back. Taller running back. Strong frame to this kid. Tomlin said it. This is a running back built to take a full workload. This is a running back built to take a pounding. Look at him. Which is an indicator that they hope to use him for a lot of touches. So this ball drill, from what I read, for pass blocking, it's more than what you saw in the clips. They went over it and over it and over it and over it and over it again because they were working on pass blocking hard. That's what was said by one of the beat writers. Look at the legs, look at the frame. Boom. But also look at the long arms for pass blocking as well. This is a running back at Iowa who put the team on his shoulders because he was all the team really had. He's all the team really had. The leading receiver only had 47 targets. For a lot of teams, that's like the fourth best wide receiver on the team. Maybe third. That's something to look at there. So it's not like they were pinning their ears back to stop the passing game there at Iowa. It's not like they were doing that. Ball secure. There he is. Boom. Size-wise, built to take on a full workload. This is a running back where some people had him as their RB1, RB2, even with Genty in there. Some people had him as their RB8, RB9 because this is a deep running back class. However, you put him in last year's running back class, how are you going to draft Jonathan Brooks over him? How are you going to draft Trey Benson over him? Trey Benson didn't have a 1,000-yard season. Jonathan Brooks, torn ACL, one good season to his name. And you're looking at Kaleb Johnson here. The story behind him was not a huge recruit coming out of high school. We go to Iowa. We had to change our decision to Iowa. And then off the rip, as a freshman, we start carving out a huge role on the team. We were productive, over 700 yards rushing. And he was looking good on the field. Next year, we get a little injury. Another running back has to step up. However, another indicator that this is his team, that this is a major talent, is that running back had to transfer out because he built up his resume there, but he knew this is Kaleb Johnson's role. This is his job, and he ain't going to beat him out. So he had to go. Kaleb Johnson comes in this year, puts the stamp on things. One of the best running backs on the team. Playing behind a good Iowa offensive line. Iowa's always built like that. They're always solid at tight end. But when you're looking at him, this is a guy built to take on a full workload. Drafted in good draft capital. Round 3 is good for a running back. That's still high end for a running back. You usually don't get many running backs drafted in the first round. We got 2 this year. Didn't get any last year. Just running backs in the first round is a rare commodity these days. Second round, third round's what you're looking at. You could have said, well, if he's so good, he could have went in the second round, but there's a lot of options in this year's draft. Steelers took him. He also fits the mold of the Steelers. Workhorse running back, can take a lot of pounding, jack of all trades running back. You talk about his lack of production in the receiving game. Last year, he was like 4th on the team in targets and has about as many targets as a lot of other running backs in this year's class. I think he was around 22-25 range. And still, the leading receiver had like 47 targets last year at Iowa. It's not a passing attack team. But his game, even though he's more like of a guy that pounds it between tackles, can get you yards in the open field, it's touch after touch after touch. Receiving-wise, in the flat, getting it in space. Not like a receiving weapon like those receiving backs. But you get him in space, and he's a space player. He's either going to make you pay with that frame, or he's going to get around you a bit. That's the thing about him. And he kind of fits that Steelers mentality where probably in a couple years you're going to see him take touch after touch after touch. And he's just going to be that power back that wears on teams. Now, if you're looking at this for fantasy football, seasonal leagues, he's that rookie lottery ticket running back. And I suggest you have a few of those this year. Have a few of those. And we're going to be pounding table on these rookie running backs hard. And you should be diversified, and have those from league to league, a few of these guys. If you're looking at Dynasty, the price tag is very solid for a running back of his draft capital, his pedigree, the team he's at, the depth chart, where you forecast him getting touch after touch. Even to the quarterback situation with Aaron Rodgers there, even, you're kind of questioning. It's still something to pay attention to. Still something to pay attention to for the long term. This is a strong running back prospect here that can handle a full workload. That's what we're seeing here with Kaleb Johnson. Kaleb Johnson is a running back prospect that's just oozing with upside that can help out your team immensely. That's the thing about him. You look at Kaleb Johnson, and you see him developing a role. Now, 2025, you're looking at this, you got Jalen Warren still there. You got some buffer players to help him develop. You're not going to see him instantly take things over. It might happen in training camp. It might happen. He's that type of talent. It might happen sooner than later. But there's a good chance that there's a buffer for that, as in with all rookies. But his moment's going to come, and it's just going to happen like this. It's going to happen like that. And that could be week 3. That could be week 15. You never know. But you got to be ready with your rookie running backs this year. You're going to have a lot of those rookie lottery tickets hit on you. And hit on you in different ways. Some of them it's with the upside. Some of it's with them just grinding out touches and then stealing a role that you weren't expecting. That's going to happen this year. This is the year where the running backs are going to merge. So how could I be wrong on that? Injuries and non-injuries. Non-injuries to starters. None of the starters falling off. However, we were low in injuries last year. So that could be either a trend or something we're going to bounce back up to average with at the running back position. Also, rookies getting hurt. Some of the rookies not hitting the expectations, which you should account for. A few of them do not. You should account for them. That's something to pay attention to. That's why we watch these clips. The scouting's not done once they're drafted. You still got to look. Even though the clips are very limited, you just got to do your best guess with what you already looked at during the draft process and throughout their college career and high school career. It's just part of it. It's just part of all of it. But to summarize it, the Steelers got a good deal here in the draft, like they did with George Pickens and many other prospects. Solid running back prospect here in the 3rd round. I look for him to be a cornerstone piece for the Steelers for a long time. This is a very good running back prospect. Should be fun to watch. Let me know what you think in comments below. And hear about that. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out. One thing for watching. Catch you on the next video.